Good morning, Franz. Concluster got first today. Hello. How's everybody doing? What are we doing today? I don't know, but probably the same thing we do every day, which is paint Reginald. It looks so much better without that tree in there. They say about the forest. It looks so much better without the tree. I'm in darkness mentally. Don't be in darkness. Be in the light. Just don't go towards the light, you know? Well, I hope I can brighten your day, Fantasy. I'm just gonna jump right into painting. I'm also gonna turn off my ring light because I can't fucking see anything in this goddamn picture. I'm sorry that you're having a rough day, Fantasy. I hope it gets better. Well, think of it as an adventure. You're on a quest. Quest to get things done. A troll on a quest. You can do it. I think my dad's doing some speech and language therapy with my mom right now. I know one thing's for sure. I never want to try painting up into a pine tree ever again in my life. Neff! Half troll, thank you. Is your dad the troll, or is he the human? Or whatever the other half is. Street! Antihydrate. I forgot to turn on Vignon. Alright, I'm taking my pills. Everybody take your happy pills. Everybody take your maracas. Make sure you dance them all the way down. I love this little bit right back here where it's all, you get like the fog falling through the, between the trees. Ooh, too big. Too much. I miss Necromancer. I hope he comes back soon. I'm thinking of taking next week off, but also next week is when a lot of other people tend to have time. I haven't gotten to that lore part of my LARP character. Struggling to write, honestly. You know what? Don't worry about it. Just play it, and whatever feels right at the time will work out. I mean, there's some stuff about Nameless that's constantly still changing because I'm still feeling it out. Like what he did before in Demora Society. Because he certainly didn't do the work that he did when he was with the humans. Ooh. Ah! Just zooming all over the place. You know, nobody really ever actually has their character fully hammered down. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. I overpainted that tree again. Keep doing that. I'm just gonna blur it out a little bit. Actually, I mean, not blur, but blend. It's so hard to tell what's happening in here. I don't like any of that. Why is the blend so strong? I have to like keep leaning my head around to try and see. The only thing that you know is his name is Solix Oakshade, and he's a half troll. Great. I mean, that's a pretty good start. Somewhere in a PM since I don't want to spoil too much on the stream. Well, there's really only one or two of us here that actually go to Conquest, so I wouldn't worry too much. Remember, your character doesn't have to have a tragic backstory. Nameless just turned out that way. The other character I was considering playing at Conquest is Kieran, and he absolutely does not really have much of a tragic background. Like, he's had a hard life, but most of his life, he had a harder childhood, but most of his life is pretty good. So, just because you're playing a character doesn't mean they have to be tragic. I think Aline's character background isn't tragic at all. There's plenty of characters at Dendronia who have not had a bad past. I'm gonna go close my dad's door a little bit. Or not my dad's door, my door. Walk out with my dad. His voice was a bit loud. Twitch has been really weird about counting people lately. Like, it's been bad. It's been really, really bad for streamers lately. Not gonna lie, it's pretty demoralizing for us smaller creators. It's sort of reminding me of that time that YouTube, like, did that thing where they demonetized everybody under 1,000 subscribers. And that's the reason why I don't make videos on YouTube anymore. I only just transfer my stuff over from Twitch. Because it's just not worth it for me to make content on YouTube. That's why I stopped making YouTube content, because the content I was making wasn't evergreen, so like people don't go back and watch it, especially like Minecraft stuff. People don't usually go back and watch old Minecraft videos. So it makes it really hard to want to make videos for it. Like if I was making tutorials on something, renovation videos, etc., actual crafting and whatnot, people go back and watch that stuff because it basically doesn't change. Whereas Minecraft, you have to watch like the latest stuff. Because otherwise you're just watching old content that doesn't have any relevance anymore because things change too much. Like the game updates and that. So people don't tend to watch the old stuff. Hey Ross Riders. How's it going? I don't know why I just said your full name there. Your full screen name just came out that way. It was kind of weird. Well, while I was saying it, I was like, this is weird. Don't do that anymore. It just did not come out right. Feels wrong. How you doing, Ross? There's a charm to them, yeah, but very few people watch them. And very few people watch them when they're new, either. So it's like, it's generally not worth it for me to even bother making them. Because there's so much extra work. 45 stream streak! Oh my god! That's a lot of watching. Thanks, Ross. Thank you for sharing your limited time with us here on the islands. I always do appreciate it, you know it. Congrats on your 45 stream streak. If you ever lose your streak, don't feel bad. Don't feel like you're obligated to be here either. While I appreciate your presence, I want to make sure that you live your life. Just remember to leave things to the imagination. Oh, I think my dad might be making my mom some breakfast. Oh, there's a branch right here. I know there's a branch right here. Oh, there's a big old tree in the background. Just a big old branch right there. You'll be late for stream for it? That's fine. Again, do not feel obligated to be here. My blend tool. Oh yeah, there's a big tree right back in there. Big old honking tree. I'm gonna bring some of this lighting over here. And this is a big old honking tree right here too, just taking up this whole corner. Envy! Good morning. God, it's been an age since I've seen you. How you doing? You just woke up. Aren't you a night shift person? Here, you can see the whole picture here. This is the painting that we're working on. We've been ripping it apart. This is where we sort of started with yesterday, and I overpainted, and I did too much, and so we went back to an older version. We stretched things around a bit, moved them. Still want to maybe drag my rock back in there. Yeah. Dentor. Oh, that sucks, man. Yeah, the other one, it was too crowded and it was overpainted. Like I was trying to add too much detail to things that didn't need it. I do still want to grab my rock. Well, I mean, I still got most of the rock there. Let's just paint a new rock. That little bit of green on that rock will just add to the effect. Just a bit mossy, I guess. Oh. Helps if I use the right brush. I was on the airbrush apparently. That doesn't really work. Hello? I don't want it to be so dark. I'm gonna grab some of this brown. Nope. Rock. No! Compliments are illegal! Stop it! I love when that happens. Is that the sarcasm about overpainting, or when things just work out? Blend this in a little bit. When you do too much and it ends up ruining what your original idea was? Yeah. This was one of our practice paintings from a while back. You know, when I do like the really fast, like dupe of a photo. It was a screenshot from an AI video background in a creepypasta, and I was like, oh, that's kind of a cool forest. I'd like to paint that as a quick thing. And now we've sort of turned it into our own painting, and it's become its own thing now, and this is going to go on a display that people can purchase. Look at this little scraggly bit of bush in here that I shoved in there yesterday. I think it needs to be darker, because it needs to match up kind of with this little bit of a fir tree back here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to throw in a trunk first. Do it all Bob Ross style. A couple branches. Clean up this a little bit. The scragglier it is, the better. We have to be careful not to overpaint. Okay. Thank you for the hydrate fantasy. I've been the hugs I need to make oatmeal since chewing is not permitted with a new crown. Till better crown is gone. Okay. I've been the hugs. I didn't quite understand that part, but that's alright. Language is hard. Oh, I've been hugged. Yep, fantasy does that. She sneaks up behind people and hugs them. We'll just fix this afterwards. The crypt is kind of boring without Necromancer. I do miss Necromancer. Forest is looking goods. Have you seen Reginald? He's hanging out back here. Yep, just a sec. It's kind of early.
Okay. If there's too much, no, I'll do it later. It is kind of early. Yes. Never mind. I'll come back later.
That was my dad. He came in looking for my mug, and I'm like, it's only 9:50. Normally, he's like an hour and a half in. Comes for my mug. It's like, it's only been 49 minutes. What is happening? Alright, we're gonna get rid of this really low branch because it doesn't make any sense anymore. It's been driving me a little bit crazy for a while. Actually, I kind of want to bring up some of this reflected blue light to the side of this tree. Kind of like that. You know, go real nice and dark in the roots. Dads are the best. Loving families are the best. Dads, moms, brothers, sisters. See, I've got to replicate this scraggle on Reginald's tree. The scruffiness. Trying so hard to not overpaint. But I think we're doing a lot better. Tesla's pushing open my door. I look over and there's just this cat emerging. Alright, I'm gonna bring a little bit of green in there. What the heck? Wrong brush. This is why I always keep this brush so big, so that I can see the pattern on it. That's why I keep it on the chain pattern too, is because it's easiest for me to see. Let's just leave that like that, so that I can see what I'm doing. I need to strengthen some of the shadows at the base of this one. Give Ross all the hugs. He needs them. Got a stick. Little sticky stick. Little stickies have shadows. Paint the shadow first, then they'll stick. Give this root some highlights. I've fallen in love with this painting a second time. I have some of the bark shedding on this one. So the thing about cedars is they kind of shed strangely. How's the writing? The writing has gone nowhere in like a year and a half. I've done a co-working stream or two, but I don't really get too much done on the co-working streams. I know these are all technically co-working streams, but you know, it's hard to explain. I find that I struggle to write on stream but also not. I need very specific music to write too. So I can't have music going and then I have to interrupt myself when I'm in a flow state. Writing on stream is very difficult for me unless I do like an absolutely no interaction stream where it's literally just co-working. And I can't bring myself to do that. It feels, I don't know, somehow cheaty. In some ways, I feel like I'm cheating you guys out of your time if I do that. It's kind of weird how my brain works in that regard. Where's my blend? Blend. Take some of this brightness. I'm gonna blend it in. Where's the blend tool? Blend. This blend tool is so strong. I have to be very careful with it. I can see what you're saying. You don't want to interact, but when you're in a flow, you're focused on the words, and that's okay. I tend to focus on the painting too. Like I'll get into a flow state while streaming and painting, and I feel so bad because people are saying stuff, and I'm just like not responding. And I'm like, I'm supposed to be an entertainer here. Why do people even watch me? Oh god, reading aloud on stream. Ugh. I have enough trouble reading chat aloud on stream. This little area right here needs a bit of fixing up. This tree scraggle is getting good though. Getting better at the scraggles. That's true. I did start this as just simply a way to vibe with other people. Oop. I'm at least getting paintings done. I have drawn more this year than I have in the last 10 years. Tiny, scraggly pine tree. Hey, there's the stream bot. Deny. Because you're funny. Compliments are illegal! Stop it! You're making me feel things. Ah! Imagine feeling. Ugh. Bot shows up, gets shot, and kicked out of the way. Yeah. Death to bots! You're making Twitch a worse place. See, this is the level of detail that I'm trying to achieve. This amount of scuff. It looks good. I just need to get the layering right and not overpaint. On the undersides of these branches, and by the undersides I mean the parts close to the trunk, need to be dark. And then the stuff over top needs to be brighter. And the stuff towards the back needs to be more desaturated. And I have to remember that you can see at least a little bit of the trunk in here. At least up until this point. After that, you don't see any more of this trunk. It's just a matter of finding the right balance. Between light and dark and saturation and desaturation. And like scraggly branches that stick out places. The background just disappearing behind it. And part of the problem with working with these like AI branches that I copied out originally is they're wrong. They're just straight up wrong. Look at that. Changes the whole thing. So good. But shows up, say, peace was never an option. I'd like to correct that. I don't use gun, I use goose. Honk! I was playing Where Winds Meet, and the first time I came across a goose. The geese in that game are terrifying. Don't fight the geese, whatever you do. You can't win. I'm not sure there's anybody in that world that can fight a goose and win. How American are you, Ross? I mean, you're not wrong. Geese, I just keep me reminded of a video of geese scaring a tiger. Yep, that would happen. Look, geese have teeth and everything. They're terrifying little fuckers. I mean, they're not even little. They're huge. Geese are big. And they will steal your lunch money and then eat it. They won't even buy lunch with it. They'll just eat the money. Why am I putting so much effort into a scraggly pine tree? You know what it looks like this tree is doing? It's doing that. Oh, that looks so much better. Finally. I know we've got to get all down in here too. We're just gonna have to paint over it. Tessa! I come in here with the airbrush. Darken the ground under the pine tree. Trust the process. That's what I tell myself. It's always a lie. Tree. Where's this root coming from? This root goes in front of this. This one comes back here and goes behind this little tree. Yeah, you heard his little meow? He does that sometimes. He'll just come in and scream at me. Okay, we've got this little pine tree coming out of here. Get the ground painted up. Big compliment prison, worth it. I never said anybody arrested you for your illegal comments. Compliments. I don't have that power. $10,000 years dungeon! Unacceptable! Just like a little bit coming out behind there. So it looks like there's a branch behind it. Just a little branch. Shrimp, 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 shrimp. Everybody on Shrimp Than Spines. A posture check from Netflix. Get a little stretch. Side to side. Whew. Like seaweed in the ocean currents, just wave back and forth. Did you know the biggest trolls, according to Norwegian folklore, are 200 meters tall? Stratospheric, even. Not really stratospheric, but still really tall. It's like redwood size. Woo! 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 We might have to take a moment to have cat time. Hi! And by cat time, I mean playing with the remnants of the feather stick. He wants to play. I need to get you a new feather stick, buddy. I kept hitting my box with my leather tools in it. Scared him. Sage. That tree, that little pine tree looks so much better already. It's now figuring out that, like, top quadrant of the painting from, like, the center to the right. That's gonna be the hard part. I don't think detailing the path is gonna be all that difficult. But that top quadrant is gonna be hard. I think I'm getting a handle on the bushes. I forgot to wash my mug from yesterday. I forgot that the tea bag broke in it. So now there's tea dregs in the bottom of my coffee, and it's so gross.
Are they giving you trouble, grandson?
McNuggets, what do you want? Yeah. Huh? Will my leather toolkit fit under here? Yes, it will. Excellent. Perfect, that gets it out of the way. I might get a, yeah, Tesla needs attention. I might get a cube shelf for the front hall closet, like I had in Kitchener, for like all of the hats and mitts and stuff in my parents' place. Because I have these shelf cube baskets that don't fit in my dresser drawer because they're too tall. And they would be perfect for hats and mitts and whatnot. We had the IKEA ones in the front hall in Kitchener, and they were just like a little bit too big for keeping people's things organized. Like, you put your hats and mitts in them, and it was just a giant it was just a giant mess of stuff, and you couldn't find anything. So there was a lot of wasted space. But the Walmart ones are like 10 by 10 inches instead of nearly 13 for the IKEA ones. So I might do that to organize my parents' front closet. And that way I'll be able to store my hats and mitts and stuff and my bag and everything in the front hall. I also need to go through their closet and get rid of stuff that nobody wears. Hey, Cora! Thank you for the hydrate. Painting's already come a fair way today. We got the little tree behind the front tree in. First room, yo! We started repainting that little side tree in front of the middle ground, background tree. We're just cleaning things up. Still struggling with that top quadrant. How you today? Cat time has ended because Tesla is no longer bothering me.
Cora Huroda says, is fish awake?
Is fish awakey? Oh, awake. Yes, fish is awake. And there's Death! A hydrate from Death as well. Medic eating in a tavern. I read that as medic eating a tavern. Read the inn, and I was like, wait, what? Medic, the soup is cold and the salad is hot. How the hell is that even possible? Waitress. Medic, we are the only tavern some let you eat here. Medic, good point. Yep, the fishy is a wakey. I just love Reginald's eyes. Just a little glow.
Cora Huroda says, Su Kurgar.
Sukurga? Sukurga?
Silver1754 says, Seeker is great and wonderful. They are a good friend and a fun streamer.
Zika! So you have to use more Japanese pronunciations for my name. Because it was based on sounds that I liked from Japanese.
Death_Sand says,
Hello. Be careful, Havarti's gonna go on strike again. Just the fish screaming into the mud. Ah! Just ah! Why have you done this? I swear, when I get my guys homed, I'm going to
Cora Huroda
incorporate
says, have our
funny-
tea. I quit.
When I get my guys homed, I'm going to incorporate the funny English of this chat. Am I having a stroke? I never understand you guys. Nugget, where are you? What are you doing back there? Hi. Hey, Babbins. You want a treat? You want a treat? I got cat treats. Glad to help. Just making sure I'm staying on my toes. Tesla, come in. We'll just leave those treats there in hopes that he goes for them. No, he's just sitting there like an idiot. Ugh. This cat, guys. You're supposed to eat it, not rub it. Rub your face against it. Come on. Nugget, you're not supposed to just lick it and then leave it. What do you want, cat? I had to follow him out into the hallway to go get him. Gonna try to get something to eat. We ran out of tuna and he won't eat the mackerel because it's in olive oil. And he won't eat the tuna that's in olive oil either. So I had a bit of knackwurst. K-N-A-C-K, knackwurst. So, sausage-like thing. And I cut up a piece of that after heating it up, and he got that for breakfast this morning. He's so spoiled. So I actually got to eat like 80% of a sausage this morning as my breakfast because I couldn't give him the whole thing. That would be too much. That would be like 5 meals of food for you. Yes, it would. So spoiled. Now I've got him in my arms. Troll is doing his streaming. Troll streams almost every day. Troll is infinitely more entertaining than I am. That's for sure.
Death_Sand says, if you've seen the Santa Claus, you know. You become Santa if you put on Santa's coat. I wanna be Santa Claus. So I'm gonna kill Santa Claus.
Why would you want to be Santa Claus? My dad is crushing cans downstairs. Nugget. He's purring. A knocker? What does it do? Also, apparently we had a new follower while we were offline. Foxlights3667. Welcome. It's a malicious water dragon or spirit. Interesting. Never heard of it. Sorry if my mic sounded really close. That's because it was. I have a kitty. It kills people who get too close. Huh. Most folklore creatures do. Folklore? Folklore. Those are the foodie creatures. I have a Tesla. He's so soft. He's so soft. He's so fluffy. The one that drowns you and eats you. God, folklore creatures are so dangerous. I got to the end of the content in Where Wind Meets. Or Where Winds Meet. I don't know why I have trouble saying it right. But, god damn. I still can't believe that that is a free game. If you have a computer that can run that game, highly recommended. It's funny because you go throughout the world and you can like see signposts from other people, and it's just like IGN gave this a 6 out of 10, and I'm like, nah, bro, they don't know what they're talking about. Did I see the PM? I did not, because when I have my streaming open, I don't see DMs. As a matter of fact, did you even send it? When did you send it? You didn't send it. Did you send it to the wrong person? IGN never knows what they're on about. Yeah. All the comments are just like, IGN ignore them, so ignore them. And they're ignorant about games. And what about Solix's book? When did you send that? Cora has sent me a picture. Looks good. Is that what Troll's working on, or is that what you're working on? Fantasy, I don't remember the thing about Solix's book. You're gonna have to send it again. You're working on that. It looks good. I was gonna say, I don't think Troll draws digitally, so sorry I'm not drawing right now. There's a cat in my arms. I'm looking for something, but I can't find it. You asked if I like the title. If you sent it to me in a DM and it was more than like a day or 3 ago, then I do not. Oh! There it is. Okay. I mean, it's a title. Field Guide to Trolls. It works. It's to the point. Tells you what's in the book. It's not a clickbait title. And I like that. Sorry, I was expecting something longer. You said you were gonna send me a DM, and then I didn't get a new DM, and I was confused. You changed the title of your book, too? Yeah, I wasn't looking at the DM that was a few days old, Fantasy. I was very confused. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to read that. Tesla's very snuggly. I think he's enjoying the warmth. My dad hasn't come back from my T-Mug yet. My cat is monopolizing my blanket, and my legs are cold. Oh, there will not be a stream on Thursday because I have an appointment in the morning. Oh, here's my dad. Can you rinse it out? I forgot there were tea dregs in there. I don't want to drink more tea leaves.
All water's on, ready to go. On down. Come to the bosom of your family.
Say Nokken is a shape-shifting water spirit that lures people, especially children and travelers, to watery deaths using enchanting violin music or by appearing as a beautiful horse or man, dragging victims into lakes. Did he just say, oh my god? I don't know. I couldn't hear what he was saying, because, I have noise-canceling headphones, so I only get bits and pieces. And he was on his way down the stairs while he was saying something to my brother. Because he's trying to wake my brother up. Cheese has not been having a good time the last couple of days. He has an anxiety disorder. So he's been having bad anxiousness, and he doesn't have any of the meds that help him when he's having a panic attack. So the last couple of days have been rough for him. So if you hear that music near a lake, take lake run near a lake, run the other way. See, this is why I don't read out loud on stream. Hi, Tesla. Are you having a good snuggle? He's still in my arms. I've wrapped him up in my fluffy blanket that I got from Sai. It's one of those like fake Sherpa blankets and the microfiber like faux sheepskin on one side. I've wrapped him up in it and he's just sitting here.
Cora Huroda says, Shea Bibliotheci of Tar Sheddy Witter.
But I'm not sure if that sounded anything like it was supposed to. Oh, where you going, Nugs? You good? Want me to put you on the floor? Okay. But I give a kiss first. Mwah. Oh, my blanket's all warm now. Cat warmed. Where was the sh in s? I have no idea. All right, Tesla has vamoosed. C or S? Say C without the A. Isn't it still just C? I'm gonna put some moss down in here. Schmouse. Ernie, why have you done this? Thank you for the hydrate. So it's did Reginald just move? Probably he does that. Just gonna go back into a flow state here, apparently. Ah! Run out of things to drink, Cora. Here, last couple of drops of my my one soda. let's paint over this little tree now, shall we? I think I'm getting better at this. Alright, see you later, Fantasy. My death has redeemed a posture check. Get everybody on shrimp thing spines. A little wiggle back and forth. Loosen up that rib cage. Just wave like seaweed in the ocean currents. Right, I was working on painting over this little tree here. tea has arrived. Hooray!
Careful.
Thank you. Please put in more milk next time.
Pardon?
Please put in more milk next time.
Put in a lot of milk.
No.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. A lot of milk. My tea is about the color of the ground in my painting. It gets darker every time. See, I'm very much a milk tea kind of person, so I like my tea very milky. It's warm. Tastes good though. You can really taste the tea today. It was steeped for just the right amount of time. Yeah, that tree becoming the right shape makes all the difference in the world. And by that tree, I mean the little pine tree out front. Should I put a branch? No. I had a thought about putting a branch there. It was immediately assuaged from that concept. That idea was just kicked right out. Perhaps a bump from where there would have been like a big knot in the tree. Or a branch might have fallen off at some point. Put a little bit of one on the other side. Alright, I'm going to go back in with probably the airbrush. And we're going to put some shadows in. And we put the trunk in. There's a little scraggle bush. Family's being loud again. My chair that I bought just like last year is already making weird noises. They just don't make things like they used to. Sorry, I've gone quiet again. So the hydrate death. I'm always worried that if I'm not talking, people will get bored and leave. Ugh, I need to take a step away from that for a moment. Ugh. Oh, it looks so much better. They actually look like trees now. And not just scraggly nonsense like AI creates. I should probably save. I scratched my leg and now I'm bleeding again. God damn it. Why won't you heal? I'm quite pleased with the progress that we've made on this painting today. This vitamin D is almost empty. That means I have another tiny little apothecary jar. Woohoo! Reasons to take your vitamin D. Tiny little amber glass jars. Yay! I've got a tiny amber bottle. It's painting break time again. Should I take next week off? Or should I take the week off at the start of January? This is the thing, like, people have more time during the Christmas holidays, but they also have less time during the Christmas holidays. Because they're, like, hanging out with family and shiz. Trying to get this little plastic collar off the vitamin D bottle. And I have to cut it anyway so that it doesn't, you know, get into nature. So, there we go. Maybe I can sculpt like a cork on top of that or something. I think part of the reason I'm not healing is because I'm not getting enough vitamin D. Because that helps. Thought I had another vitamin D around here. Sorry, I'm gonna be rustling around here for a moment. The little drawer where I keep stuff is right behind my microphone. Indeed, I have 2 bottles of vitamin D here. Which one expires first? I can't even see the expiry date on this one. Which means it's this one. There we go. There, vitamin D had. That's the one thing I always forget to take because it's in a liquid drop. I don't take it with my maracas. So what's everybody doing? Cursed itchy leg. Ow. I might be done for today. I mean, we're just 40 minutes shy of a 3-hour stream. But, I haven't had my ADHD meds in a while because I have to go pick them up and I can't just walk to the pharmacy anymore. I can only drive there. I hate living in suburbia. It'd be worse if I lived out in the country. I would have to drive at least 40 minutes. At least. That'll suck when I get around to that. Maybe I won't hate driving so much in the country. There's less people. I hate driving in the city because there's just so many people. Make Havarti small again, there we go. Alright, yeah. I think I'm not gonna push it when I'm not feeling great, so... We're gonna raid, if I can spell it right. We're gonna raid Tube. So we're gonna go see our troll friend. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and there won't be a raid on Thursday. Or, not raid, stream. There won't be a stream on Thursday because I have my appointment in the morning. So... thank you all for coming today. I hope you have a great day. Frond raid. We made it quite far on the painting. I just can't do any more on this painting today because otherwise I'll probably mess it up. So we're going to continue tomorrow and hopefully we'll get a lot farther. And if I'm feeling up to it, maybe later today I'll do a little bit of extra work. But I prefer to do it on stream so people can't be like, because the whole of the internet is like that right now. You draw anything cool and the internet's like, that's AI. It's so frustrating. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Y'all have a great day. I love you, bye-bye.